Well, after getting the news of his passing away months or nights, he gets memories of him again, only through one of the hit songs of the Cameroonian Makossa star.
Namalao Paradis. Paradis, cela veut dire le Dieu.
Pembe village is the native village of a Cambrian and is situated some few kilometers from the main town of Dibombari. Inhabitants, gripped with the sad news of the death of the Makossa star, recall historic and memorable moments.
C'est ici qu'il est né, quoique nous étions encore rien.
It should be recalled, the Cameroonian Makossa star died around 11:30 p.m. Monday at the Lankentini Hospital. Reports say he had been ill for several months with relapses. Born on June 18, 1948, a Cambrian was also called Muta Munya, which means a renowned personality in the Douala language. A Cambrian is gone, but his music lives on.
Muslim peace crusader Abdul Karim clocks 124 days behind bars, arrested in Bamenda and detained at the Gendarmerie Legion and later transferred to the State Secretariat in Yaoundé. The detainee, alongside others who were equally arrested under similar circumstances, have cried out of huge money extortion from them and their families by some elements of the National Gendarmerie.
Yenkon Suleimanu and Rabio Enwa, both held with Abdul at Service Central de Recherche Judiciaire, have filed complaints to the Secretary of State of the Ministry of Defense in charge of the National Gendarmerie and in the military tribunal Yaoundé to investigate and sanction the gendarmerie officers suspected to be at the epicenter of hostage taking to ransom collection in Bamenda. They say they are available to be interrogated on the subject matter at any moment and at the convenience of the intelligence officers of the National Gendarmerie.
And in a press briefing this December 12 in Yaoundé, one of the defense lawyers lamented over the gross violation of the rights of their clients, calling for immediate intervention of different actors.
The defense team, through their narrations, is calling on the international community, the press, human rights organizations, to investigate these abuses that grossly violate their fundamental human rights in times of crisis and demand the state of Cameroon to respect her constitution and other international instruments duly ratified by the government.
The fishy game, the lawyer underlined, is frustrating government efforts of bringing back normalcy in the northwest and southwest regions. It should be recalled that Abdul Karim is charged with releasing a video countering the actions of Chief Moja Moja in the southwest region. At the center of discussions during the National Executive Committee meeting of the Social Democratic Front this weekend were some irregularities perpetrated by some party bigwigs, jeopardizing the agenda of the long-standing opposition party. It was therefore an occasion to hit hands on the table and redress such with stringent measures.
We have to evaluate the renewal of work and structures on the field. We discovered that many structures and many regional chairpersons interfere and block the NEC committee in their missions, and we decide to put those regions in 88 so that
the Social Democratic Front says it is time to rebuild confidence in its militants and Cameroonians at large by regaining its frontline opposition status.
ordinarily.
According to statistics, barely 17.8 and 23.4% of women took part in the last municipal and regional elections in Cameroon. Considered as insufficient, this has attracted public attention, reason why the Boya-based National School for Local Administration, NASLA, and the Canadian High Commission have put hands on deck to train over 50 women trainers in the Northwest region in a bid to stem the below-average tides.
The continent is supposed to be.
With some elections built for next year, the facilitators comprising magistrates and other well-grounded experts have told the women what is expected of them.
Stressing women, important for them.
Under the theme, enhancing women's political participation in way of reducing various forms of discrimination against women.
United as well as America's shift of attack significantly increased sub-Saharan Africa's foreign partners such as China, Russia and Turkey. China, for example, took advantage and increased its trade influence on African ground.
Africa is supposed to be, during the next 100 years, at the center of the economy of the world. That's why China, they have understood that since some years now, and there has been developing many activities and many relationships, economic relations with Africa. And it seems like, US, they have been avoiding working in Africa. They have concentrated on what we call, and they have not succeeded. It's just to come back to Africa.
China is now Africa's largest trading partner and the biggest bilateral lender to many African countries, while Russia continue to expand its reach in the mining, energy, defense, and agricultural sectors in Africa. In spite of this, experts are convinced the United States still has grip on the military front than other rival nations.
The United States has been a great help for the fight against Boko Haram, for instance, in the far north of Cameroon. We've really benefited from the technical assistance and the material, some military assistance from the United States to fight against Boko Haram.
Experts believe with the ongoing summit of U.S. and African leaders, America can still build on new regional momentum to revive and strengthen its partnership with Africa. This by reviewing the status of some AGOA member countries and taking advantage of the recent launch of the African Continental Free Trade Area.
Less than 2 weeks to the celebration of Christmas, the ambience in markets in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala, is gradually changing to meet the needs of this festive season. While traders have stocked their shops with necessary items highly demanded during the season, parents and guardians have been visiting markets and other commercial centers to purchase items for their children. Dresses and shoes most attractive to them, but high prices seems to be a limitation.
Well, since in the morning I've been looking for something to buy, but the market is really expensive. I haven't really gotten the choice of dress that I'm going to buy for my child, so I'm still searching. Prices have really increased. I just priced a dress that was 15,000, but now the last price to take the dress is 30,000 francs, so it's so expensive.
Les prix sont vraiment élevés.
At the Douala Central Market visited by a team of reporters from Canal International, traders have decried the scarcity of some items compared to same time last year.
More new things because there's not possibility to travel, to go into Chinese and so on, so that years you don't have so many new things in this market, and the people have no money to buy. Everything is too difficult.
According to traders, their business is affected negatively as a result of recent hike in the cost of living, affecting almost all spheres of life. Buying expensively from wholesale venues, vendors say they are obliged to resell at high prices to consumers in order to guarantee their profit.
Miriam is traumatized after running away from her birth town, the Northwest region, gripped by crisis for close to 6 years now.
We ran here, even our ID card, they burned everything in the house, so then it was not easy. Now we are here in Douala, here it's not still easy, because even to eat is not easy.
Her story is not different from that of other ladies who want the best for their families this Christmas.
It has not been easy living here since we came from Bamenda, and I thank God for today.
Remember that one day I cried when I saw that people were being given assistance who were not IDPs, who were not vulnerable, and I felt so bad. And today I can feel justified.
What about our sisters that have left their home because of this trouble?
Seated in hundreds under this tent, they are yearning for a better life this season. Like manners from heaven, their prayers have been answered. They too could boast of a beautiful Christmas and end-of-year festivities. The Paragon women have come to their rescue.
I, for one, I can say I relate with them because I'm coming from an environment where they left. I know what they are going through. I know what is going in their minds. I know the depression they are feeling. So we just decided that this year, let's come and share with them.
With price hikes of basic commodities in markets, coupled with high cost of living in Douala, the hundreds of internally displaced persons, December 10, have described the gesture from this charitable group of women, the Paragon women, as timely.
This is a new center set up by the General Delegation for National Security to tackle rising criminality. The toll-free number 1500 at the service of the public to denounce all sorts of perpetrators to the police. It is within the framework of police of proximity. The Delegate General for National Security, Martin Bargangele, has created the 1500 line to bring the police closer to the population to fight against criminality and general insecurity. The mode of functionality quite fast, modern and efficient. When they receive calls with the headsets while talking with the caller, they equally register in the machines and the information is directed to the server. We then proceed with investigations. And in the same light, the police this December 12 launches a new integrated system to manage infringements.
Une application qui permet.
It is an application that permits the treatment of infringements. It permits the management of criminal folders, enables the tracing of crime actors. We distribute the criminal investigation sheets, the procedures that constitute the data.
Dans la base de données criminelle.
The new facility made available thanks to the expertise of the German Technical Corporation, the GIZ, and inaugurated this Monday by the Secretary General at the Delegation General for National Security, Bayer Dominique.
Access to health care is a fundamental human right, which places a legal obligation on states to ensure access to timely, acceptable and affordable health care for its citizens. Yet, health remains a mystery even after the introduction of universal health coverage 12 years ago in Cameroon. Its effectiveness and impact is questionable. The issue is that it was announced as universal health coverage, but presented with different connotations, so it's a problem.
Universal.
According to the president of G Council Cameroon, an organization that works on the concepts of universal health coverage, if government really wants the smooth implementation of universal health coverage, then they must embrace concrete measures.
Il y a des cartes, ça c'est la couverture maladie.
Universal health coverage means that all people have access to full range of quality health services they need when and where they need them without financial hardship. It normally should cover full continuum of essential health services with health promotion, treatment, rehabilitation and palliative care across the life course, and only government takes charge. Reason why? There is a problem at the level the different mechanisms and budgets put in place. He insists 75% of resources should be put into health and 25% in medicine, a way of preventing diseases rather than curing. Nevertheless, he says progress has been noted on the coverage. Moreover, the Minister of Public Health had earlier announced during a General Assembly that the government is pushing forth with the pilot phase 2023.